Have you ever had a neighbor who thought they owned the world? I'm Jake, a quiet guy who moved to a small farm in rural Ohio to escape the city chaos. My little piece of heaven came with a barn where I stored tools and dreamed of starting a woodworking business. But then there was Karen, my neighbor, who turned my peaceful life into a battlefield. It started innocently enough. Karen, a loud, entitled woman in her 50s, lived next door and had a habit of treating everyone's property like her personal playground. She'd let her dogs run wild through my fields, trampling my crops, and once even demanded I let her park her RV in my driveway because her yard was too small. I tried to be polite, but her demands grew bolder. One day, she insisted on using my barn to store her vintage furniture collection, claiming her garage was full. I refused, explaining it was my workspace. Her face turned red, and she stormed off, muttering, "You'll regret this." The next week, things escalated. Karen started parking her car right on the edge of my property line, blocking my access road. I asked her to move it. She laughed and said, "It's public land." It wasn't. I checked the property records. Then, her dogs dug up my vegetable garden, ruining months of work. I confronted her, and she screamed, "They're just dogs. Get over it." That was the last straw. I installed a heavy-duty lock on my barn and put up a no trespassing sign. Karen didn't take it well. One evening, I heard a low rumble outside. Peering through my window, I saw Karen in a bulldozer where she got it. I'll never know, tearing toward my barn. My heart sank as she rammed into it, splintering the wooden walls. Tools and beams crashed to the ground. I grabbed my phone, dialed 911, and ran outside, shouting for her to stop. She didn't. Instead, she smirked, yelling, "This is what happens when you mess with me." I was shaking, not just from anger but from the sheer audacity. My barn, my dream, was crumbling. Then came the twist. Old Mr. Thompson, the reclusive farmer across the road, had been watching. He'd always kept to himself, but that night, he shuffled over, phone in hand, showing me he'd recorded everything. "I've had enough of her nonsense too," he grumbled. His video caught Karen red-handed, bulldozer and all. I hadn't even known he owned a smartphone, but that footage became my lifeline. The police arrived within minutes, their sirens cutting through the chaos. Karen's smug grin vanished when she saw the flashing lights. She tried to spin a story, claiming I'd stolen her bulldozer and damaged my own barn to frame her. But Mr. Thompson stepped forward, his video undeniable proof. The officers watched it, their faces hardening. Karen's voice cracked as she stammered, "This is a misunderstanding. They weren't buying it." The cops arrested Karen for vandalism and trespassing. As they cuffed her, she screamed about her rights and how I'd pay for this. I stood there, watching my barn in ruins but feeling a strange relief. Justice was moving fast. The next day, I learned Karen had a history, multiple complaints from neighbors about her bullying tactics. She'd intimidated others into silence, but not this time. The aftermath was bitter for Karen. She faced hefty fines and community service, and the judge ordered her to pay for my barn's repairs. Her reputation in our small town tanked. People who'd once feared her now whispered about her downfall. I rebuilt my barn, stronger than before, with help from neighbors who rallied around me. Mr. Thompson even brought over a bottle of homemade cider, saying, "Good riddance to bad rubbish." Looking back, I wonder if Karen thought she'd get away with it forever. Her entitlement blinded her to consequences, but actions catch up. My barn stands tall again, and I'm finally starting that woodworking business. What do you think? Can someone like Karen ever learn their lesson, or was her downfall inevitable? Share your thoughts below.